Welcome to part 16 of Final Fantasy 15. And I just found this fishing spot and I was, trying to increase my fishing because eventually later down the line I'm going to start doing Navid's side quests. But it won't be till a couple of parts down the line. So, and by a couple I mean about 10 parts down the line because I need to be at least level 6 in fishing in order for me to remotely start catching the fish that Navid wants me to catch. And have a better rod because this rod is weak. But with that said, I found this fishing spot on the other end of Golden Key and I managed to catch a rock barramundi. So the game reminds me, if this is the first time that my line's durability goes down to below 500, then I'm gonna need to change the line. So I'm just gonna get rid of the fishing pole, and I like how Noctis treats his fishing pole like his king swords. They just come on a whim. Yes, this guy is a slacker. And a very lazy prince. But to be fair, folks, at least he's a competent fighter. But without any further ado, we're going to finally go to Lestallum. It's gonna be a long car ride because unfortunately, I don't have that spot marked on the map for quick travel. So yeah,
Let's hit it.
it's gonna be a long car ride indeed. On a third of a tank, yeah, 3/4 of a tank of gas. So yeah, I'll just pick some music to play and cruise to such music. Oh, and in case you're wondering why I sound like a radio DJ, again, I'm trying to get my voice back. I've got most of it back, but not all of it. It's not like extra loud and stuff, but still, it's smooth and mellow because I have a, sore throat. And that's from having lack of sleep over the weekend. And I think I mentioned that in part 15. But while I'm driving over to Lestallum, I have some good news. Parts 39 and 40 are in development of, parts 39 and 40 of Wind Waker, are in development. And now that's after I feel completely better, that is. But more importantly, I'm going to be... What am I going to do next? Oh yeah, I'm going to start trying to add in cards to the videos that I'm going to be keeping, and I'm probably going to redo a lot of playthroughs, specifically the ones that have low resolution or the playthroughs that have, camera recording. Although the Xbox playthrough, the Xbox 360 playthroughs, I may have to hold off on that because again my disk drive is acting up and I thought I fixed it, but now it's acting up again to where it will not read disk. So I'll probably have to take it to a repair shop and get a new disk drive, one of the two. Whatever the case, I'm just going to lay out some plans. This time, hopefully, they will work without any hiatuses this time. Because this will be my major playthrough throughout the entirety of the year. It won't take me too long to finish this. The story is short, but the only thing that makes it long is the side quest. But I will have something on the side in case people get sick of Final Fantasy 15. Like, for instance, I only have 7 parts of Wind Waker left. I said 6, but it's 7 because I forgot about a certain part. That's all. And it may take me longer than usual. And also, I'll have in the works, the Pin of 100 Trials. That's coming into works immediately after Wind Waker, because I did promise that. let's see, anything else that'll be coming throughout the time that I'm playing. I know by Christmas, Mega Man X7 is going to happen. That's going to happen eventually. Dynasty Warriors 3 will happen. I will, however, have to play the original because I don't have Extreme Legends. And, well, that's going to be a pain in the butt because I have to at least have 4 people in order for me to do a complete playthrough, because everyone has different areas. Or I could just pick one person and go through all the areas like I did before in Dynasty Warriors 2. You just tell me in the comments section on how I'm going to handle this. But I was still also trying to work on the reviews channel, but still things happen, and me getting sick is making things worse. For the most part, at least I have some things planned out for this year. So for the most part, I'm going to try to start living up to my promises, even though it takes me longer than usual. And finally, one other thing. You see the fuel gauge? We have been driving all around the entirety of the map where it has access to until we actually get to like the next storyline. We have to actually go to Lestallum in order to unlock the next storyline quest. Before we actually go to the next storyline quest, however, we will need to start getting money for parts that is in the Lestallum gas station, and you're gonna need to get that because not only will that open up Cindy's side quests for hunting down parts for the regalia, but also, and this isn't also, you will at least have more fuel to work with, considering that by chapter 5, I do believe, you'll be taking long trips, and it's kind of mandatory to have a full tank of gas before you go, because if you don't, you will fail the mission, plain and simple. Just pointing that out now. Whatever the case, the scenery looks beautiful here, and I have had word and saw videos that this game is not really complete yet, because there are some edges around the game where
we're practically running on fumes at this point.
There was like supposed to be land, but there isn't. I would link those videos if I can find them, and it'll probably be a little bit later when I find them, but still, there are videos that have like the edge of the world gone and having Noctis walking into a blank slate of land or something like that. But whatever the case, folks, we are almost to Lestallum and we are almost out of gas. One thing that kind of irks me about this is you have to visit the place once in order for you to actually
Wonder where we'll end
use the fast travel. Once you visit the place once, then we'll be able to use the fast travel. And that also goes for finding all of the procurements. And I apologize because the moment I start feeling better and start recording, my sister is on the phone talking to her friends very loudly, and I apologize for that. But we're here in Lestallum. I really should park the car in the garage. It would be for the best. But at this point in time, Ignis has made it here, and there is a lot of things you can find here, like a lot of side quests, some recipes.
Any chance sleeping in a nice room tonight?
Yes,
and some ingredients too.
Suitable
Like some of the side quests here in Lestallum will actually reduce the prices on the ingredients. Also, oh, and sorry I had to skip because the timer ran out. But here we have Final Fantasy XIV's disc. There's two discs of that. One disc has the original and one has Brotherhood. Now, up top, as you can see, those are the parts I'm talking about. The auxiliary tank and the airflow compressor. You need these two in order to start Cindy's side quests, or at least one of them, because you need more fuel in order for you to take long travels to find the stuff that Sydney wants you to get. Now all we need to do is head over to Lestallum and over to the marker. And by the way, this place is very, very familiar to anyone who has played, I do believe, Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 3.
Thank you.
Lestallum's name in itself is familiar to anybody who's played 13, but 3 it's familiar because I do believe it's a town full of women.
Hell of a crowd. Well, this must be the main
and since we've made it here to Lestallum, we have to meet Iris in the hotel, because that's where she is. But yes, unlike in 3 where there was a town full of women and they're all mages, or was that 4? No, I think that was 4, that's what it was.
Hey brother, try one of these.
And by the way, this guy right here,
Good, right?
if you happen to be in battle, you can always walk up to this guy. He'll give you a free pepper steak kebab, and it will restore everyone's health, no matter how low it is. But as I was saying, unlike in 4 where most of the women were mages, here most of the women are actually construction workers or nuclear power plant workers.
Think food, think fall star.
Or was that 5? No, it was 4 that had the town full of women, and most of them had the occupation of mages. But at the same time, Final Fantasy V had Ferris. And also Final Fantasy II had that other tomboy pirate, I forgot her name because fuck Final Fantasy II. But whatever the case, Lestallum is a town full of women who's dealing with nuclear power plants, and more importantly, their outfits consist of chaps, booty shorts, and tank tops. That's all that needs to be said.
So many
Now then,
stalls here.
since we're here in the market, what Taka needs is over here. And that's the only reason why we had to come here, because, well, that's where the quest is.
Your nose knows everything. Fresh produce straight from Furlock Farms. Stay and have a look. Thank you. Please come again. Welcome.
I don't see it here.
If it's not on the shelf, you're out of luck. It's gonna be a while before we get any new stock in. The whole last delivery fell off the guy's truck. We'd go and pick it up, but that area's too dangerous. I can't say when the next shipment will come in.
Oh,
That is, unless you're willing to go and fetch the shipment for us.
yeah. I think we can handle it.
And now we have to actually find the van that has the goods in order to deliver it back to Taka. Get used to that, because I do believe there's at least 2 vans that done that, at least. So, with that said, let's go and meet Iris, because of the fact that it is almost nighttime. Well, it's 4 o'clock, it's the afternoon, but hey, the sooner I get to sleep, the better.
Whoa, did you feel that?
You mean the earthquake?
What's wrong? My head just started throbbing.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, enough about migraines and headaches. It's time for us to go meet Iris.
Gladdy!
Iris.
Look at you guys holding your own out there.
What can I say? You look good.
All things considered, you guys are staying here, right?
That's the plan.
When you have time, we have catching up to do.
Sure.
Jared and Talcott, is it good to see you?
Prince Noctis! Iris is safe with me.
Please excuse my grandson. He has yet to learn his manners.
I like it.
Your Highness is very kind, but we shan't impose.
A very good night to you, Your Highness.
So, Iris, what was it like inside the Crown City?
Not pretty. The Citadel took a beating. But a lot of outlying neighborhoods made it through in one piece.
The Empire had tactical targets in mind.
You know, if there's anything else, you can ask me.
Yeah, thanks. What?
So, about Lady Lunafreya, I keep hearing she was in town. Apparently she left right away, but at least it means she's okay.
Good to hear. Thanks.
Yeah, well, get a good night's rest.
In case you're wondering, folks, Iris is Gladio's sister, and he's very overprotective of her. Whatever the case, that pretty much ends our day. And, well, I thought I had gotten level, but I guess I didn't. Look at all the pictures that Prompto took. That's a lot of them, too. Honestly, I should just... Wait, he just took that picture? How? Never mind. I'll save this one. Just because of the final part of this show. Of this Let's Play. Boy, it's gonna be funny as hell. Let me assure you.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Morning. Where is everyone?
Oh, they're out walking with Talcott. They went to see the sights. We should too.
Sure. Why not?
Great. I'll show you around.
It seems your patience was rewarded. Enjoy your walk, and please take care.
Well, now we're going on a walk with Iris, and let me be honest with you folks. Again, Gladio is very overprotective of
For our
Iris.
first stop, we'll check out the marketplace.
So overprotective
Follow me. Right
that
this way.
Gladio, during Brotherhood, had left Iris in her room, and then had to take a second look to make sure that she wasn't like wandering around the castle. Well, she's now grown up into an adult. Let's be honest. Noctis knows better than to try to make a move on Iris. Well, eventually there is a friend tour where Gladio forces
This
you
is
to
the
try to
cartel
buy something for
market.
Iris. Oh, by the
You can
way,
get almost anything here.
cutscene.
Isn't it great? I'd buy out the whole place if I could.
All these shops seem right up your alley.
You know me so well.
Now, as I was saying, folks, this, what we're doing right here, is a reference to Chrono Trigger.
Wow.
No, wait, Chrono
Look
Cross,
at all
sorry.
this neat
Which is
stuff.
shopping with, I forgot the
gonna
name of
take a
that girl,
look.
but
me
that's
just a
exactly
sec.
what we're doing. It's been a while since I played Chrono Trigger, forgive me. And also, the damn recorder gave out at the last minute. Or should I say, it hit the 10-minute mark. That's the one thing I kind of hate about DVR. But, yeah, the computer that had the HD capture card software on it, well, that's on a fritz, so this will have to do until I can get that working. Anyway, I'm going to be taking Iris to the power plant now. And again, this whole entire tour and also the choices we make are
That's the power
all
plant,
giving
the driving
Noctis
force
either
behind Lestallum's
ability
prosperity.
points or experience.
But get this, only women work there. As a matter of fact, women are the ones who do all the work in this town.
Sounds like your kind of place. I can see you doing well here.
I think so too. It's so different from home. I was surprised at first, but I like it. All right, next we're going to the Outlook.
Yeah, just imagine Gladio's face and expression when Iris starts working here in Lestallum, and she wears one of those outfits
I'm a
that
city
is
girl,
worn
but
by most of the
I
women
dig
in
the
Lestallum,
rustic charm.
and Gladio blames Noctis for giving her the idea. Noctis will take the worst beating of his life, but then again, it's not the first time. After all, Gladio trained Noctis. It's just that guy's really overprotective of his sister. Just saying. Anyway, we're about to come over to the Outlook, and the
You
Outlook
would
by
totally
far has
love
the
the drinks in this
funniest
place.
choice
Would I?
out of the entirety of this whole date. I mean, there is a portion where you could be mean to her, and if you do, you get ability
Imagine taking
points.
one for a
But
spin.
I'm actually going the
yeah.
experience point route. Oh, I just jumped ahead of Iris. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, and what am I fighting for? Sorry, Iris, you know, Mega Man X4. I had to make the reference. I feel sorry, I didn't mean to make the reference. It's a dated meme. I apologize. But nonetheless, here's the Outlook. Let's just go there and forget I made that reference.
Amazing view, right? Look,
And I think I'm supposed to
There's the
trigger it
meteor.
by looking out the... Never mind.
you know, Noct, this almost feels like a date.
If it were, your brother would kick my ass.
We better keep it quiet then. And besides, you already have Lady Lunafreya. The others are probably back at the hotel by now. Let's join them.
And yes, folks, this is a side quest, so... let's just go back to the hotel, in case you're wondering. Well, this is basically a main side quest, but still. Also, there is a blink and you miss it moment when we go back to the hotel after
The breeze
walking with
feels
Iris.
so good.
You might want to check the left-hand corner of the screen, or pay attention to Prompto. Trust me,
Let's see if the
you want
others are
to.
back.
It's really freaking hilarious.
Haven't had fun like this since we were kids. Thanks, Noct.
It's hard work babysitting. Better bring the fellas next time.
What do you mean, babysitting? Talk about ungrateful. Anyway, the thing I bought today, it's for you. But it's a surprise, so you're gonna have to wait.
Hey, look who's back. Talcott, go on and tell him what you told me.
You got it.
Oh, come now, show some respect.
Whoa, no need to respect me. I'm not royalty.
So, there's this legend about a sword, and the sword's supposed to be behind a waterfall nearby.
It may well be one of the lost tombs. Check it out.
Sure. Thanks for the tip, Talcott.
You're welcome.
And that's going to be our main side
sure
quest
the
that we'll have
sword's
to
there.
focus on.
I'm sorry if it
But
isn't.
for the time being,
I shall pray
I
for
want to
your
point out that I'm
safety
in an
and
error.
success.
The actual blinking you miss it moment was back at the 15-minute mark. But in case you're wondering what that blinking you miss it moment is, after Talcott shows his, well, regal authority, Prompto in the background flips him off. Talk about a rough start. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in part 17 when we continue our excursions in Lestallum. This is RP Man 985. See you guys next time.